Okay, this is lesson 2.7. If you have any questions after watching this, please feel free to come in. Here we go. All right, we have to find the domain and the range. So, dr. So I'm going to go across my domain, which is my x-axis. This is my domain right here. I'm going to use a highlighter. So my first point is here, and that is negative 1, 2, 3. So I write negative 3. My next one is right here, and that is negative 2. My next one is right here, and that is at 0. Then I have one right here, which I think I forgot. No, I didn't forget it, which is 2. And then I have one right here, which is 3. Those are all the points on my domain. So now I got to do my range. My range is my y-axis. So I'll go all the way down to negative 3. Yes, there's a point at negative 3. There's a point here at negative 2. There's a point here at negative 1. There's a point here at 0. And then there's a point at 3. That's my domain and range. Guys, it's very simple, okay? Okay, so now, is this my domain or my range? It's my domain. So this one is that's my range. You just list those smallest to greatest. There are no repeaters, so don't worry about that. Okay. A graph, a diagram showing the relationship between variable quantities. Well, that really helps, doesn't it? It shows the relationship between your x and your y. These are your x values. These are your y values. So this shows the relationship between your x and your y. You guys usually do very good on this. Reading graphs, you guys don't have a problem, usually. What is the life expectancy in 1930? Well, right here is 1930. I go up to this dot. How many years is the life expectancy in 1930? So you have to say 60 years. Remember how I said before I wasn't gonna worry about units of measurement? That stops right now. Now I worry about units of measurement. So if you don't have years on the test, it's wrong. What is the life expectancy in 1960? Right here is 1960. And we now expect to live 70 years. Now, the average rate of change from 1930 to 1960. So, hold on, don't write yet. I'm going to show you the two different ways to do this. So, 1930, that is my x1, to 1960, that is my x2. So there's x1, there's x2. What goes with 1930, kids? 60. So 1930 and 60 go together. That's x1, y1. Then I have 1960. What goes with 1960? 1960 and 70 go together. That is x2, y2. Now, please don't write this yet. I'm going to give you time in a minute. So now I set it up, and this is where I screwed up first hour because I didn't set it up like this. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 70. y1 is 60. I didn't set it up like that, and I put my years up here. And then we have 1960 minus 1970. I'm sorry, 1930. I screwed it up even though I set it up right. 70 minus 60 is what, kids? 10. I'm going to squeeze it in right here. 30 minus 60 is 30. So your slope is 10 over 30, which reduces to 1/3. Now, I know I said don't write this, and some of you can't stop because you got to get her done. I'm going to show you another way to do it that you might like a little more. The other way to do this is to count. But you have to be careful when you count. So I need to go from 1930, which is right here, correct, to 1960 right here. Now, all you have to do is be careful when you're counting. How many did I just go up? No. 5. 60 to 65, I just went up 5. So how many did I go up right now? That's a total of 10. Each line is worth 5. You have to look at your units. So my top number is 10, and then I go over. How many am I going over? How many am I going over? Going over 10. 20, 30. So that's 10 over 30, which equals 1 over 3. Kids, that is a lot easier and quicker. However, you have to make sure you have the right units. You cannot say this is 1, 2. This is not 2 over 1, 2, 3. 2 over 3 is wrong. It would have been okay if they would have went by 10s over here, but they're going by 5s. Okay. What is the average rate of change from 1930 to 1990? So again, I'm going to go 1930 is here. 1990 is here. So I'm going to go up. How many am I going to go up, kids? I'm going up. Wait, I'm going up. How many is this? No, it's 5. How many is this? 10, 15. Now I'm going over. I'm going over 10. Oh, hold on. Let me write 15 as my top number. I went over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, city. 15 over 60. That can reduce, can it? What does that reduce to? Reduces to what? 1 over 4. It can't reduce to 4 because the bigger number is on bottom. So 15 over 60 reduces to 1 over 4. So your slope is 1 over 4. That means for every 1 year, your life expectancy goes up 4 years. Okay. Now, look at this. The following graph shows a relationship between the cost of a pencil and how many come in a pack. Answer the questions and complete sentences. They don't have to be complete sentences. Just answer the questions. Now, you got to look at this. What does this open circle mean? Don't include me. That's what it means. Don't include me. So, here's the first question. How much does each pencil cost if there are 50 pencils in a pack? So we got to go here. Right here is 50, I would say. It doesn't have to be exact. But I come up to here. This range is at what cost? 10 cents. Please include the cents. It's 0.10 cents. So it's 10 cents. You must include the unit of measurement. If you put 10, that's wrong because that's $10. It has to be 0.10. How many pencils come in a pack? If each pencil costs 25 cents. Now, the question here is my 25 cent range, right? Do I go down from the dot? No, no. If you tell me 12, that's wrong because the 30-cent pencils are at 12. This is right next to 12, so I'm just going to call that 13. Now, what about 12.1? Well, have you ever seen 0.1 of a pencil? No. So it's 13. So how many pencils come in a pack? If it's 25 cents, 13. 13 what? It says include units. 13 pencils. But it's not really 13. It's 13 to what? 13 to... It's a range, isn't it? It's really 13 to 24 pencils. 13 to 24 pencils. You're right, 13 pencils cost 25 cents, but so do 14, so do 15, so do 16. All the way to 24. So it's a range. Please put the range. 13 to 24 pencils. How much does each pencil cost if there are 30 in a pack? 30 is about right here. How much does it cost? 20 cents. Must have your units. Now, what happens to the price of pencils as the number of pencils you order increases? What happens to the cost? It decreases. Decreases. The more pencils you order, the cheaper they are. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. You guys go ahead and do 9 and 10. Okay, here we go. What is the y-intercept? 43 what? You can just say 43 degrees. You don't say Fahrenheit. What is the average rate of change from f of 3? So f of 3 is x1, f of 5 is x2. Your x value is what? What is the x value on this chart? What is it? Days, yes. So f of 3 goes with 50. 350. x1, y1. And 559. x2, y2. Now, do I need to put it in y2 minus y1 form? No, I can count. Now, this is something that first hour kind of struggled with. 50, you go up to 59. How much is that up? Huh? I went from 50 to 59. It's 9. You go up 9. And then how many do I go over? 1, 2. So it's 2 over 9. If you thought that it was 10, that's wrong. If you got 10 over 2, you'd get 5. I don't know. What is it? Did I say 2 over 9? 2 over 9 is wrong. But I wrote 9 over 2. It's 9 over 2. It's a change in y, guys. This is the change in y right here. You go from 50 to 59. That's 9. You go over 2 days. Now, just to show you that this is correct, let me put it in here. 59 minus 50 over 5 minus 3. This equals 9 over 2. So if you're not comfortable with counting the units, because they're not always 1 and 2s and stuff like that, please, please, please use y2 minus y1. Obviously, I'm going 50 to 59. I'm going to go up 9. That's my top number. And then I'm going to go over 1 day, 2 days. That's my bottom number. Okay. This is my favorite. I love this one. The graph shows the relationship between time and height of a person bouncing on a trampoline. How long will it take the person to reach the maximum height? How long does that take? 2.5 seconds. On the test, you guys will tell me 40. You'll tell me 40 time and again. 40, you have to read. You have to read your headings. The x-axis is time. The y-axis is height. So they bounce. It takes them 2.5 seconds to reach 40 feet. What is the maximum height the person reaches? 40 feet. They reach 40 feet. They don't go to 45. They go to 40. 40 feet. You have to have the feet, guys, or it is wrong. How high is the person before he bounces on the trampoline? Yeah, he's at 0. He starts at 0. So he is at 0 feet. Okay, this diagram, we are going to do this. This is a parabola. You're actually, when we get to unit, I don't know, they moved it. I think it's maybe unit 8 now. But you're going to draw a parabola. It's a lot of steps. You guys give up because you don't want to do a lot of steps. It's easy. And I'll show you how to do it on the Chromebooks. It'll be nice. But here we go. How long is the diver under the water? How long? 3 seconds? 3 seconds is wrong. 5 seconds is wrong. Now, he doesn't enter the water till right here. He enters the water after 1 second. So he is in the water from 1 second to 5 seconds. So how long is that? 4 seconds. It takes him a second to enter the water. He reaches his maximum depth after 3 seconds. Now I'm going to change this. What is the maximum? What is the maximum depth of the diver? How far down does he go? He goes 1 foot underwater. See, this is height in feet. He goes 1 foot underwater. Can you say -1? Yeah, it's underwater. You can say -1. But 1, -1, in my opinion, same thing.